And now, Boys on the Hill, Slim Marshall, 5,000 watts, Thomas Black, and your boy Rap Jeezy. Back at you again.
Another day ends in wide. We talking baseball. How about that?
Holla, holla,
I
holla.
found me a hat, fellas. I found me a hat, Chris. I forgot I had it.
I see.
I was scared to pull out the game hats. I thought y'all clown on me, but I got a fresh.
What game hat you got?
Oh, I still got the USA hat, dog.
Yeah, keep that one where it's at.
Yeah. Whatever box it in, keep it in that box.
Oh man, that was a good hat, man.
No, it was not.
That probably why
it was a good thought, but it was trash.
It's got sentimental value to me.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a good thought, bro.
I don't even want to remember that sentiment.
Man, that
It
was
was
like
a good thought or poor execution.
Hey man, that year was like my lowest of the low as a baseball player, and I came up out of it. So that hat gonna always ride with me.
Cool. I mean, it correlates with the way that damn hat look.
Hey man, we had the JSU USA hat. We had numbers that we didn't pick.
Oh, you sure didn't, bro.
Yeah, for people like watching and listening at home, like the JSU USA hat was based on
Iconic.
the actual USA baseball logo
Iconic.
that the Olympic team used when they go play.
No, hold up, I gotta find it.
And they adopted that.
Man, don't go get that hat, man.
One season. And the hat didn't match like our uniforms or anything like that. Color scheme or nothing.
None.
Man, don't go get that hat.
This was before everybody even incorporated red. Blow the dust off of it.
Ooh. Oh my God! You went and pull that mess out,
bro. That looked like he made that on a PowerPoint slide.
Man, that's trash.
Hey,
man,
that's what my daughter drew.
Man, that looked like some of that.
The edge of the racetrack,
that's the
got a baseball coming out of it.
Yeah, now that I look at it 20 years later, it looks worse now.
It look worse now.
It used to have some color to it, didn't it, or something?
Like,
I don't know.
This was the equivalent of James Bell changing the helmets.
Oh yeah, we had the white helmets with the little bitty tiger on the side of it. Yeah,
with the text and everything.
That's the equivalent of James Bell changing the helmet, bro.
Look at you, bro.
Like why he like look at this simple block J. Everybody knows it. It's iconic. Yeah. Why would you want to mess with that? Okay. Why would you want to? You can go with this, or you can go with that. Why?
Mm-hmm. I'm glad.
I like the back though. The back is tight though.
None of it.
Okay. Even the tiger on the back looks right. Who made the hat? What logo is that?
Proline.
Thomas, look at the inside. See who made the hat. Was it New
Era? Proline.
That why them hats fit like that, man. We ain't had no bucket hats. We had them them low profile hats, man. I had them dreads. I couldn't be wearing no hat. That's why I'm glad I was catching.
I never wore that hat out. Yeah, man. Go put that hat back where we don't need that bad mojo on the show.
Thomas,
there ain't no bad mojo, man.
Ralph, bring out the screen printed jerseys we got. The blue ones, the screen printed jerseys.
I have to go upstairs to get it. I have it. I still have it.
A college baseball, a Division I college baseball team with screen printed jerseys.
Okay, hey, let's get to the weekend recap, man.
I'm gonna start twitching.
Bringing up bad memories, man. Yeah, so we had a couple of high-profile series this week. One involving the SWAC, one involving one of the two of the better teams in the conference. Alabama State took on Bethune-Cookman, and Alabama State, first place in the SWAC East. They stayed in first place. They took 2 out of 3 from our friends down in Florida. You see FAMU swept their series. Jackson State continue to make a surge.
Yep.
They won 2 out of 3. Mississippi Valley State took one on the chin this weekend.
Them boys in the great state of Mississippi.
So did Alcorn State. And over in the MEAC, Coppin State continues to play well in their 14 league. They went 3-1 over the weekend. Still one of the better teams out there in that conference. But boys, had like I mentioned at the top, we had Bethune-Cookman playing Alabama State, a series that Alabama State won 2 out of 3. What would y'all take away from that series?
Well, game 1, Bethune jumped out early on Alabama State. They scored 8 runs in the first 4 innings on them. And they were led by Mr. Consistent, Brian Perez, who always seems to have a big hit, whether it's a home run or extra base hit, to kind of get them going. Then Malik Stevens followed him up. Then you had the brothers Garcia, who also provided some of the offensive surge in those early innings. But the bats of Alabama State fired back in those middle innings and made it a 8-5 game before Bethune scored some insurance runs in the end. And Mr. Breon Pula took his first loss of the season on Friday night.
Hurt.
Yeah, that was his first loss Friday night. Of course, we know Lewis Lithrop, he's been the Friday night starter for Bethune all year, so he got the win there. But Alabama State jumped back out on Saturday, and they came back and got the win in the game on Saturday. And it was a 4-3 game. And Hunter May, the catcher from Alabama State, tied that thing up in the 6th inning with a home run before Bethune took the lead again, before Alabama State scored 4 runs to win the game 5-9. Now, the game 3 on Sunday was a very close game. It was a 1-run game. It was won 3-2 by Alabama State. Bethune left some guys out there on base, didn't take advantage of some of the scoring opportunities. And the crazy part about it, in the 6th inning, it was a wild pitch that ended up being that go-ahead run. So that was a tough break.
How many times we said that this year?
Yeah, tough break. But Bethune's in 3rd place behind Alabama State and FAM, and right ahead of us. 9 games left, so it's gonna be exciting to see how it finishes up.
I agree, and just to go back to game 3, I want to give a big shout out to Corey King. He didn't play the whole series until game 3, and he went out there and went 3 for 5, had a double and a home run. That's pretty big in a 1-run game. Have somebody just come off the bench just like that. But I say the most consistent team has been Alabama State, all the way down to their pitching. So it was good to see that matchup this weekend. The time is heating up. It's almost SWAC tea time. So everybody, you better tighten up them belts, lacing up your helmets, because it's been a heat up now. Summer's getting close.
And that was Alabama State's first home loss since February 25th to UT Martin.
That's big. That was
the first home loss. They've been dominant at home. That's the first, and that's also their first loss at home in conference. So if you've gone to Montgomery, you've gotten swept basically.
That Gump got him.
So I'm surprised the games wasn't as close as the 3rd game. I figured all 3 games would be 1-run games, 2-run games. Yeah, but when they jumped out early, Bethune-Cookman, on the first game, that kind of surprised me when I saw the score the other night. I didn't expect that, especially who was on the mound with his first loss. Well, if you're gonna lose, you'd rather him lose now versus later in the tournament time. Go ahead and get it out the way. It might be some of a good run for him after that, taking that loss. But the Bethune-Cookman, like I told you, man, based off their record, you can't base off the record. Bethune-Cookman has been battle tested, and it just depends on if they show up for the game. Because, like I said, they got the roughest schedule that I've seen a team have during the season. So that's why we always been watching them. They're the wild card, I think, in the whole tournament. Which team is going to show up to play? Because, like I said, they the one that's been the most battle tested out of everybody. Out of the whole SWAC. But You know, what surprised me was out the whole weekend was Texas Southern actually being consistent the whole weekend. You know, that surprised me. I thought Pine Bluff at least get one, but that was a surprise for me over the weekend with the Texas Southern sweeping Pine Bluff.
You really thought Mr. Mustache, Mr. Thomas, and Mr. Cooper were going to lose to Pine Bluff?
I mean, at least get one game. Dang. I just know Texas Southern inconsistent. I still ain't got it. They up and down, depending on what weekend you catch them.
Let me look at
some of your... you might got them as a dominant team.
Right. They're starting to show that they starting to show.
Yeah.
They starting to show, they starting to show.
Let me ask you this.
You almost got that.
Let me ask you this, Ralph and Thomas. Like, we talk about the tournament can be unpredictable historically, but like going into the tournament this year, it seems like Alabama State is clearly the best team in the conference so far, with only just a few games left in the conference play. Are they the team to beat in the league, or is the gap not what it seems to be right now?
In the tournament,
it depends on personal
not what
opinion.
it seems. The gap is not what it seems going into that tournament.
Yeah, it's not.
The gap is not. Right now, we have Alabama State and Prairie View. Both of them right now look like, hey, these are the two teams that are probably going to win the division, be the 1 seeds going into the tournament. Let's say you get number 4 Jackson State, number 1 Prairie View. That's a 50-50 game.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now, you take number 1 Alabama State, possibly number 4 Southern.
Yeah, that first inning error.
Now you take a number 2, but number 2 FAM, a number 3 Grambling.
Yeah, them even, man.
What you gonna do? You gonna hit that? You gonna hit that?
Yeah.
You get where I'm going? all of these matchups are basically 50-50 games. So it's all about pitching, defense, hitting, and who is going to be the most resilient.
Who can take a punch and come back? Because you're going to get them.
Think about
if that's the case, Ralph, Alabama State would check all those boxes, or at least most of them.
So does Bethune.
Yeah.
So does FAMU. FAMU just shut out Jacksonville University tonight 5-0 at Jacksonville. Southern just beat Lamar last night 15-5.
Mm-hmm. It's like everybody bets. Yeah.
Everybody on any given day in that tournament, anything is likely to happen. That's why it's all about let's just get in, because everybody got a chance.
But the examples you use were like these midweek games, like FAMU winning over Jacksonville, Arkansas Pine Bluff, no hitting Memphis. When you're talking about tournament time, you're going to face number 1 starters, number 2 starters. You ain't going to face no midweek guys coming out the gate in the tournament.
But at the same time, though, Slim, midweek at these big schools would be aces at a HBCU.
Yeah,
depending on the arm they throwing.
You know what I mean? And it could be a true freshman.
Depending on the midweek. Mm-hmm. No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna discount the talent like that.
What I'm saying, I'm not discrediting talent, Ralph, but what I'm saying is those midweek, you might have a team give a true freshman an opportunity to pitch. He could be still a stud or not, but I'm just saying though that those are those opportunities that teams take to pitch those pitchers that don't get that much playing time while you're playing conference. Now, it's not to say I'm not discounting. It's like, Slim discounting the midweek talent.
No, I'm just saying like the competition a little bit different, like the mindset a little bit different. I mean, you're going in there not throwing your best arms. You're going in there maybe not putting out your best lineup, but like in conference play and tournament play, you're getting the best on best for however long you're in the tournament. And so that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, like, is it fair to like measure a team success or possibility based on midweek outcomes when we know like the regular season and a kind of like the tournament kind of matters more than that?
But the midweek game has been like no hitters, shutouts, not close. Like I mean, I'm not discounting the talent, but at the same time, most of the time midweek games be for us, it'd be a fight when we play because we didn't want to lose to no big name school. I mean,
I don't know. It may be different for the big name schools because you gotta look at it. They towards the end of their season too. They really trying to say they pitchers for the weekend because them games just as much as they mean to the SWAC, they really mean that much to them. So I don't know. I mean, but you probably go get a kid this fourth or third in rotation. Fifth.
We talking about Memphis though, man. Hit Memphis.
Yeah,
that's a Conference USA team.
Yeah.
Conference USA plays
Memphis. Memphis has been a good team in college baseball.
What's Memphis' record right now?
Well, hell, let me look it up there, Ralph.
Look it up.
But I'm just saying though, if UAPB no hit Memphis midweek, that's major, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's major. It's major. Regardless,
it's a no hitter. I don't care if they, what I'm saying. I don't care if they play Blackburn. They pitch a no hitter. It's major.
Memphis is 21-21 this season. They're 5-10 in Conference USA.
Still, like I said, it's not like they're close games. They're beating them confidently. Like we no hits and shutouts. You know what I'm saying? How you look at it, we no hitting the shutouts.
But my question is like, are those games and the results of those games a predictor of what's going to happen in the SWAC tournament?
Hell
no. Listen, the regular season ain't even a predictor. It's just telling us who's going to get to the tournament. I just gave you the matchups right now of the possible teams that we went with, who we're in now. We just said all of these games were going to be 50-50 games. Think about it. Breon Pula against think about it. Grambling throwing Shamar Page and Alabama State got Breon Poole on the mound.
Exactly.
It's about who's gonna take advantage of the most opportunities, who's gonna make the less mistakes when that game comes, because you got two dominant arms on the mound.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Same thing if you got Lewis Lithrop on the mound going against Robert Maldonado from Prairie View. Same situation. Same situation, Slim.
Yeah. I think we can officially say the records are out of the book. The moment you sweat T clock hit, the records don't matter. It's just, hey, glad you here. You got in the club. You ain't got a VIP section, but you got.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, would you pitch number one against number one in the tournament?
Depending on my matchup. Yeah, depending on my matchup.
Would you do that, or would you take a chance of doing your two against the one, and then if you don't come out on top, you got your ace coming for the elimination game?
Okay, if I'm Bethune, yeah, I've been going with Lewis Lithrop all season, but Nolan Santos is also a legitimate one. So I can see a situation where Santos could start game one for Bethune, depending on the matchup.
Right.
It's about the matchup. If I know, for instance, if I know I got my number one guy is a control guy, right? Nothing overpowering. He can throw everything for a strike. He can spot, but he's a pitcher. He's gonna pitch to contact. Now I got I got this other dude. He's more of a power guy. Not as consistent with the off-speed pitch, but I'm playing against a free swinging team. Which guy you gonna throw?
I'm throwing the power.
If I got a free swinging team, I already got the dude that got the ball on a string. Versus a power guy, if a power guy, you can swing with your eyes closed and make contact.
I don't think so. You got to swing with your eyes closed to try to catch up with it, though.
I mean, but if I got the power guy, I can take away one pitch.
Yeah.
If I know he's gonna be inconsistent with the curveball, I'm spitting on that. Don't even swing at it. He's gonna have to show me he can throw it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you then think about it with the fastball. He gonna hit a point where he gonna be down and away, up and in, down and away, up and in before he try to find it. So he's gonna walk a few with the fastball. So I think it's just about how effectively wild the power guy is that day against a free swinging team.
And if your defense ready, it's period.
Now, right, but I like to pitch the contact guy any day. I don't care what kind of team I'm playing.
I mean, but at the same time though, Ralph, you believed in us to catch the ball in the field though. That's the difference when you got
But when I called the game to pitch the contact because I believe in the pitcher being efficient. If I can get at the end and throwing 3 pitches, 3 outs, that's what I want instead of 9 pitches for a strikeout. But
you also believe that your teammates will make the routine play too.
Exactly. That's why I call the game the contact.
But we don't know who's scared or not. We don't know who can.
There's been a lot of errors now. A lot of
man. I saw a game. I saw a football score last night. Jackson State Grambling 20-12. Like for real. Mm-hmm. That thing was 20-12. We scored 9 runs in the 9th inning. Then I think it was like 13 runs scored in the 9th inning. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I about that throughout the season about like how like the score has just been absurd all year. Like at this point, I gotta think it's a combination of pitching and poor defense, and not necessarily how good the hitters are, despite the fact a bunch of guys having over 300 batting averages in the conference.
Okay, so you're going with bad defense over good hitting. Okay.
Yeah, because you have this many games where like it's double-digit scores or 20 runs being scored. Like it's just not on like the pitching itself. Like these are some extended innings. These some guys making errors. I mean, like misplaying balls. It's not like pitching just being bad. But that happen. And I don't know how you rectify that this late in the season.
You don't.
Just
that was supposed to be resolved before the season started. See the ball in the glove. Keep the ball in front of you. Knock the ball down.
Man, it's a different ball game, man. SWAC, man. Someone probably end up thinking it's the party the night before because you got a night off for the tournament start.
That's their fault.
I know, but it's a part of the game. All of it's part of it.
Plus, the speed make you rush. It'll make you rush your throw, make you rush trying to complete the play. All that.
I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just, like I said, that mug gonna be out the chain, man. I hope, like I said, I just hope everybody's playing good, solid defense, make the routine plays. Like I said, I had a ball at SWAC T last year. Like, I took my daughter and everything, man. We sitting around. Hey, I'm telling you, SWAC Tournament was good last year, especially how it ended. Now, I wish we was on the other end of how it ended. But when dude ran up, fell through the fence, everything like that, man, hey, that stuff was crazy. I like the whole tournament, the whole weekend was a pretty good event.
Thank you for reliving me, for taking me back through that moment.
Man, I was there, dog.
Oh, man.
Because everybody thought he caught it. Oh, he caught it. Ooh, he caught it.
Now I'm trying to rewind the TV. Like, hold up, what happened?
Man.
That thing like I was losing when they showing on replay.
Because he was there, then he wasn't there. All right, man. Let that go.
Yeah, speaking of the team that broke everybody's heart in Jackson, Grambling played Southern this weekend. And that series had a lot of implications on the SWAC West race. Coming out of that, it seems like some things were either rectified or made more muddied by the outcome in that series. So guys, did that series between Southern and Grambling prove anything, say anything to you about not only those two teams, but about like how far they could or could not advance in the SWAC tournament?
No, I don't think so, because it's just showed what we've seen all year, that everybody been beating up on everybody. Like the two best pitchers in the league that we've had so far, and Mr. Page and Mr. Pooler both had, some struggles over the weekend. So that tells me that on any given night, anybody can be got, man. Like, for real. But as far as the game, Mr. Page did still have 11 strikeouts through 6 innings, but he gave up 4 runs and he walked 4. The bullpens had to end up winning the game, and man, Gremlin ended up using 5 pitches on Friday night. And 4 of those guys they used to just pitch 3 innings. So 2 guys ate up 1 inning, then they brought the other 2 guys in, but actually that was an extra inning game. That's why they had to bring in those other guys. It went 10 innings. Yeah. Crazy thing is, it was Gremlin was down, and the young man hit a grand slam in the game, and that was lit. Mr. Haddon, they actually had the video on Twitter when he hit it. It was legit. They got hype. The environment was it was a nice crowd, nice energy. But that's expected between Grambling and Southern. No matter what the records are, it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, it kind of hurt my feelings on that 3rd game, though. I thought they were gonna pull it off.
Yeah.
You said it hurt your feelings on the 3rd game. Why it hurt your feelings on the 3rd game?
Because I've been picking against Southern all year, and I thought Graham was gonna come through.
Hey, man.
I know that's why my record messed up. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna go for Southern. I can't do it.
Now,
I think I even pick Alcorn.
Oh no, you crazy now.
Now, Ja'Cory Boudreaux for Gremlin, who is their game 2 starter, has a quiet 7-0 record. He's undefeated. Like that this may be the quietest 7-0 record that I may have seen. Like, I remember him. He was the kid that started the game against that they had the lead against Mississippi State with, then the bullpen ended up losing the lead. And he's another graduate student. So Coach Pierre's found him 2 top-end starters, through transfers. It's paying dividends for him. Yeah. Man, okay.
You sound like a game 1 starter right there.
Huh?
You sound like a SWAC T game 1 starter right there.
Well, he's a lefty. So, again, the matchup.
Yep.
The matchup.
Yeah.
The matchups.
So what do you do, Ralph? Like you got Shamar Page, who's been outstanding all season. He pitched a perfect game, and you're going in the SWAC tournament, and you got this other kid who's undefeated. So depending on the matchup, you say you would think about not starting Shamar Page.
That ain't what I said.
I'm talking about if the matchups dictate you don't start Shamar Page, you wouldn't start Shamar Page.
I believe, going into the tournament, you want momentum.
Because you think
I'm throwing Shamar Page.
But Graham gonna be a 2 or 3. Graham gonna be a 2 or 3. You think Graham gonna go in?
Man, we could be at law. We could be the play-in. I'm throwing Shamar Page game 1. I'm taking.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out. You said it's all about the matchups. Back when we said, would you throw the number 1, number 2? So
if my number 1 is Shamar Page and my number 2 is Ja'Cory Boudreaux, I'm going my number 1 Shamar Page.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a easy one.
I mean, I guess with Page, easy. I mean, like you get the benefit of like having a starting pitcher who also can hit. So, So having a guy like that as a weapon in a game one situation is advantageous more than some other teams who just will have a starter and not have to worry about the offensive side. So I start Shamar Page either way, just for the element he brings to the game, regardless.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that.
Yeah, I have to agree too because, like you said, you gotta get that momentum. SWAC T is all about that energy. That game one is you either go swim or fly. I mean, swim or sink. I mean, it's one or the other. But you got to build that. You got to take that momentum out that first game. I wouldn't. If it looked like we got the game in hand, I hold them off a little bit more so I could save it for some other games because I know I won't have to use them.
So you jump out. So you say you jump out, let him go 3 innings, pull him out, save him. Because he could be relief the next day if needed.
If needed. And he could be a starter for game 3 if he needed.
So you're saying going with an opener, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of risky in a tournament, though. Like, what if you don't win that game one, though?
That's the thing. That's the only thing. But see, you won't. It goes back to the momentum. You want the first game. I want it. No snake eyes, nothing. I want 7 there.
I ain't changing nothing I did all season going into the tournament, really. Like, honestly, if I'm coaching going into the tournament, I'm not changing anything. I'm going with the same rotation that I've gone with, the same guys that I've gone with in the situations as long relief, short relief, who's my stopper, my setup man. I'm sticking with everything because I want everybody to still be in their same role that they're used to being in. Now it's gonna come a situation in the tournament where some guys gonna have to get out of his comfort zone. But as much as I can keep guys in their role that they've been in all season, that's what I want to keep them in. So my number one has always been the number one. I want him to be that because the lead up to them pitching, they have a routine that they're doing through the week. You don't want to throw their routine off. Because if I have my bullpen on a win, listen, I'm telling you, these dudes are finicky like that, man.
Everybody has a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
That's why I just said, as much as I can control having everybody in their same routine and role, I am. But I do have to adjust with the tournament.
Because if Page give up 2 runs the first inning, you best believe somebody gonna be coming out there talking to him. They ain't gonna let him straight. They ain't gonna let him ride that out.
2 runs in the first inning, they ain't pulling him for that.
Yeah, they ain't gonna pull him for that.
They ain't gonna pull him for that.
5 in the first now.
But now 5 in the first, I'm gonna have somebody up.
But now at the same time,
you will go 5 runs in the first with your start and let him dig that out. You let him go through that.
Have we not seen Put give up 5 or 6 in the first inning?
Mm-hmm. That was 20 years ago, Ralph. This is a different time, man. Like
you're right, but I'm saying we've seen it.
I mean, like now, man, you watch a baseball game now where the college pro, like especially in tournament playoffs, pitcher ain't have it in the first 3 innings, he gone.
Man, out of there.
Lasted 2 innings against the Red Sox in the wild card game.
Out of there.
Hey man,
they paid that man $150 million. No.
Man, you had dudes grooving through 5 and they pull them. So of course they ain't letting them struggle in baseball now.
Mm-hmm.
But in the tournament, if he hits the 4 spot, think about it. Let's say he walk a guy, an error, home run. That's 3. You see what I'm saying? And it's an error on the routine double play.
He think he out of that.
Now that's 3 runs, and he's only giving up 1 hit. So are you pulling him? Is he really struggling?
Now 3-0. It's a desperate situation now.
But is he really struggling?
But would you use? But I'm saying though, would you use those innings up for him to pitch while you got to rely on your offense to come back, or would you try to save him for next go around, for next game, for relief next game if he needed, because he only pitched a couple innings?
No, I'm calling him out meeting. I'm going out. bring the whole team in and be like, all right, we're gonna spot him 3.
I had to give it an end of the 2. I wouldn't just pull him because you never know, you might respond.
I will say, like, his leash will be a lot shorter down 3-0 though. He can't afford to get up any more runs.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he starts struggling after that, but just think about it. Take out the walk. First guy, get a lead off hit. Routine double play ball, error. It's supposed to be 2 outs. Next guy come up, bam, home run. He ain't
That's
really
on the
struggled.
pitch.
I'm saying, but he ain't really
pissed
struggled.
off because of the error. He left some hanging.
But I'm saying
he not struggling. It's just everybody starstruck right now.
Right. Like he ain't really struggling. Mm-hmm. Home runs are part of the game. Yeah. Like every pitcher pitch long enough, they're gonna give up a home run. But if it's a routine play behind them, now it's different if it's double, home run. He's struggling now.
Walk, double, yeah.
Right. 2 walks, then a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hey, Rap, you a catcher. How many home runs you seen on a perfect pitch?
Yeah.
What's a perfect pitch though?
Like I said, okay. Yeah. Have you called a pitch and you called a setup where you want to set up, pitcher hits that spot and it still hit a home run? How many times has that happened?
I couldn't count on my hand, but it didn't happen more than about a few times. No more than about 5-6 times.
But like I said, most of the time, if a pitcher gives up a home run, it's on a missed pitch or a pitch that didn't hit the spot. So, like you said, an error, come after the error, he pissed off or something like that because he gave up an error. The next thing he give up a home run. Now it's on the pitcher.
It's always gonna be on the pitcher because he threw it. They're gonna always blame him.
Yeah. So as a coach, you'll still leave him out there to fight through that down 3-0 in a SWAC team now.
I don't know. Now you put back in context, it's Shamar Page. I don't show this man he been a dog all season. I'm proud to stand by my dog. Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna give you 10 Ks a game.
Yeah.
But you still might be down 4-0 in the first inning. What you gonna do?
Ain't nobody go hit nothing else because he gonna be pissed off.
And the thing about it is he can make that up by hitting at the plate.
Exactly. he gonna tell coach, take the DH out. I got this.
But you got the other team number 1 going too. He a dog too.
It's true.
You're right.
I don't know.
The game just dictates what you do.
Yeah. More like water.
At the end of the day.
Like I said, if my dude getting 4 runs in the first couple innings, hey man, I'm saving him just in case for getting ready for the next game. You go in, I might need you to save the game next game, but if you got to rely on the offense and all that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but I just know I wouldn't wait for 5 runs to come up on a game or something like that before I pull it, especially no SWAC tournament. 5 runs in the first inning, I got to come holler at you. After 2 runs, I'm coming to holler at you. 4 runs, I'm coming out again. It's over.
What's that mouth mean? Like, Thomas, you coming up to me, you all right? You all right? You in the game?
No,
right?
It ain't gonna be quite like that. No. Like I said, if it was an error in the middle infield, I'm calling everybody up to the
exactly.
Everybody, outfielders, everybody, come on up here.
He said outfielders and everybody.
Yeah, this SWAC team. What y'all doing?
The entire bench coming out to the mound.
Hey, I'm taking my whole time. Hey, all y'all running in right here. What in the blanket and blank y'all doing out here? Man, that had me come, with all season. All season now. No, we ain't having it. Y'all want to play? Man, come on.
Okay.
Out there.
Okay, like Jeezy, watch, like y'all been a part of a lot of mound visits being catchers. So for the people at home, like what normally is said during the mound visit when the pitcher's struggling?
When I have a mound, when my mound visit, when I go out there,
when you got there with the coach,
blank.
Yeah, like coach come out there and want to call a mound visit. Like, what's the conversation like?
Mind you, our coach now, our coach.
Ralph would be like, man, wait for this blank.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Let's just say the mound visit. It was more. I was stunned by some of what was said because it would be like, what this got to do with?
Man, you saw that
like
bird
it would always be like a catch. It would always be like a catch line in the beginning, like a joke, and be like, "You trying to lighten the mood?" Like, and it would always be like make an adjustment, but you would never tell him what he was doing wrong.
What the adjustment supposed to mean? You got
It'll be just make an adjustment, but it's like, yo, you ain't telling them what the adjustment is. Like, tell him what he doing wrong. So
that's what
I really learned. So I really learned like pitcher mechanics, like the basics of it. So I knew if a guy was missing up and in, I knew why he was missing up and in. I knew what to tell him to check to fix it. Like I started paying attention that if they was throwing across their body or not, and I would tell them, "Hey man, you throwing across your body." Like I had a signal for it to give them to let them know, because Jesus Christ, big man.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know, I'm done with that. But my mound visit, it depends on how they compete. If you were competing and you know what I'm saying, they weren't going right, I try to get you back in the zone. But if you was up there scared, I'm gonna come up there and chew you out. Like I'm just like I'm gonna keep it PG on here, but like I challenge you. I challenge him. I say some stuff to him to get you going. Like
that button.
Like Dante Hill one time, I said something to him on the mound, boy. He was so mad with me. Boy, he came and charged Valley up. Like, yes, sir. There we go.
Oh man. Was there a mound visit when we played Grambling? Before that, all that happened? You know the infamous.
I walked out there.
The chest plate, the chest protector coming up.
Yeah, I walked out there and asked him, did you not see me? Did you not see the sign? He was like, yeah, I saw it. What's up, Playboy? What's up? Well, I'm trying to get in, I'm trying to find my groove. Hey man, we ain't trying to find no groove right now.
You should find out in the bullpen.
We ain't trying to find no groove right now. I need you to do what I call right now. And because he was a freshman, we ain't gonna get into detail on the incident. We ain't get into detail on the incident. The only reason I didn't chew him out is because he was a freshman, and I knew he didn't understand the situation. I knew when he came in the game, he didn't understand the situation because I explained it to him, and he was like, "Well, why are we doing that?" I was like, "Man, do it." In the very first pitch, you throw a change up at his foot. Right.
And that picture today is a doctor. So,
hey man,
a doctor?
It clicked at some point.
We leaving all parties unnamed that ain't on the screen. right.
Yeah, so we go to transition to players who don't have trouble like learning signs or executing pitches. Man, moving to our players and pitches of the week. So we're gonna change it up this week. Instead of having just individual pitchers from a different school, we're gonna award the pitchers of the week this week to a group of pitchers from one school, and that would be Arkansas Pine Bluff. They had 4 pitchers who combined to shutout and no hit the University of Memphis last week.
Yeah,
we got Andrew Duran, Mike Gerwitz, Rocky King, and Brandon Little. They all combined to go 9 innings and blank Memphis. So congratulations to all those guys for what the second either no hitter or perfect game this season by a back college staff. And so and to do it against like a Conference USA team, a team that's it's not a Power 5 school, but has a very good tradition of baseball, and the University of Memphis was impressive enough on its own. Now for our players of the week, we got Jeremy Allmaker of Texas Southern. He had 571, 8 hits, 6 RBIs, 1 double, 5 runs scored for Texas Southern this weekend. Brandon O'Connor of Benedict. He didn't really do much at the plate as wide as we're acknowledging him, but he set the Division II single season stolen base record over the weekend by stealing his 97th base.
Speed guy.
Yes, definitely a speed guy, Brandon O'Connor. How many games did he in, Ralph?
47 games.
Yeah, 97 bases and 47. It's 47 games. You the math guy. What's that a game?
Say what now?
I said you a math guy. How many is that per game?
2.3? 2.2? 3?
2 point something. I can tell you that.
Let me pull out my calculator.
According to my research,
all right.
And Savannah State's Calvin Rucker.
2.25. 2.25.
2.25? Okay.
2.255. 2.26 if you want to be exact, sir.
No, if that's the case, he got 3 a game.
Yeah.
You can come teach my kids how to run. You can come teach my kids how to run.
Shoot.
Yeah, Calvin Rucker, Savannah State is our third man who was player of the week this week. He had 778, 7 RBIs, 8 runs scored, a homer, a double, and a triple this weekend. There's been a bunch of guys every week seem to get in the 700, 800 batting average range during the series.
When you hot, you're hot, man. Like I think it always the beginning when you the first game, you knew who was gonna have a good weekend, because if somebody started off their first at bat stroking, they might keep on playing all weekend, man. But it's all about the confidence, man. Like, you know, if you get that first hit, you got that off your back for the weekend, you can relax, because at least you're contributing. When you start striking out and going over and you ain't contributing all weekend, I'm gonna start getting to you by that second or third game.
Nah, he won that regular season championship. That's what he really wanted.
But
I will ask again every week. I will ask again every week, like, when you got a player out there hitting 800, when do you start pitching to him?
Man, if a pitch at him.
In a 3 games, man. I'm just saying, a 3-game series, if a dude on like that over the weekend, you just still sometimes ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Sometimes you can say 4, but like sometimes when a dude on, and like we always reference back to BJ, when BJ was on for that stretch, it didn't matter what they threw and where they threw it. Think about this. Think about the year Ricky Weeks hit like 500. Come on. Like what that's consistent for the whole year. That's like every other at bat he getting a hit. What do you do? Like you just said, dude, ain't nothing you can do. You just hope to pitch the contact and he get himself out. You hope he overly aggressive and on a off-speed pitch and he roll over one.
Somebody else is gonna beat me. Sorry. No.
Yeah.
If the 9-hole battle is going 10 for 10, you best believe I'm walking him, get to that leadoff battle. They ain't hitting nothing all weekend.
He said the 9-hole battle. Timmy said he gonna walk. Yeah, you about to be right.
Puerto Rico behind him.
Put him on. Because not like I said, you look at the back of the scores. I mean, these dudes got like 10, 12 RBI, between 8 to 10 RBIs. They contribute most of the score. Why not? Put them on. Let somebody else beat me. Now, if you got 3 dudes going off like that, you might be in trouble. But if one, no, one dude ain't gonna kill me all weekend. No.
But if you think about it and you look at these series, it's multiple guys. Mm-hmm. It's multiple guys that are doing damage for these teams. It ain't just a one-man show.
But when we blew in players of the week, it's one dude that hits like 800 the whole weekend. There's not 3 dudes in the same game, in the same team hitting 800. It's one.
But I'm saying, but even still, I know one weekend for a fact. We picked a guy from Albany State that had more hits for the weekend, but 2 other guys on his team had more RBIs than he did.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at all that. If it's a situation with a Carl Lipson, he leading off and he got 6 hits on the weekend at the leadoff spot. Shoot.
I mean, but Lou was coming after him though.
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to pick your poison. If it's a dude that's just hot like that,
yeah.
Hey, man, who was our 9-hole battle, man? Anton?
Wacko.
Yeah.
Wacko.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And he hated hitting 9 too.
He hated it.
Yes, he did. And he
had to be humble.
Well, he hated hitting 9 so much he used to get pissed off and go knock the crap out of the ball.
Yeah.
Have anybody seen him? Where he been?
I got his number.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got to hit him up.
Text it to me, man.
I hadn't hit him up yet, but I got it.
Hey, I tried to take him under my wing. I almost, that was my dog right there.
He was a feisty young man back then.
That's all good, man. I had to give him that outlaw treatment.
Boy, him and Carl up the middle was sweet. Boy, that thing was smooth.
It was.
Hey, big guy, just throw it down here. You know I'm gonna catch it, man. Just don't put me in the line. Don't put me in the line. But big guy, throw it down here. You know I got you. Hey, I'm talking about he the only doggone 18-year-old kid I know smoking doggone cigars.
Hey man, hey, we had smoking straight from the motherland, dog. Yeah. Hey, my boy
he put me on them Cubans.
Hey, dog. We was on. Hey, he used to get them to send them to us, man.
Them and them Presidentes, boy, over there smoking cigars and drinking Presidente. Like, bro, you different, dog.
Yeah. That mother used to get the alcohol with the X's on the bottle. That's it.
Like, dude, you sure you 18, 19?
Hey, man. Hey, them dudes that down there, man, they can drink at 18 and stuff, so it wasn't nothing.
He from Miami.
Yeah, I'm talking about Dominican, like and Puerto Ricans. Like out there, they start drinking at 18.
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, they all the same to Thomas. But he was on one sometimes though.
Hey man, that's how
great
man,
ball
player.
Player.
You, man.
Great ball player.
Hey man. Yeah. I knew what they was on, man. We played Puerto Rico. I was gonna tell that story last week because we was talking about Yadier Molina. I'll wait till we do story time if we do it.
All right.
But yeah, I played against Yadier, and we kicked it. Yeah.
And now this is when Ralph goes into his SIAC history book and extracts some facts that we did not know. The first one is Coppin State, Jordan Hamburg, the great.
Oh, not Hamburg.
He was named the John Olerud Two-Way Player of the Week by the College Baseball Foundation.
All right.
Yes, sir. He's also on their watch list.
Slide. There we go. 10 players have 52 or more hits, and 10 players have scored 42 or more runs in the SWAC. We talked about this earlier, how the hitting and the scoring in the SWAC has been something we hadn't seen in a long time, and this kind of factoid explains why. Slide. Spring Hill College coach Frank Sims won his 1,000th career game against West Florida. Now, about Coach Sims, he has over 1,000 wins and nearly 1,000 losses. He's been in the game for more than 38 years down in Spring Hill since 1985. So yeah, he's won a lot. He's lost a lot. He's in a whole lot more winning than most coaches. We just kind of commemorated Coach Omar Johnson down State getting 500 wins. Frank Sims has 1,000. So a very good accomplishment for him.
Yeah, congratulations.
38 years. Became the head coach at Spring Hill in 1985, and he is actually retiring at the conclusion of the season. So big ups to the coach.
Yeah, big up.
Yes, sir.
So, fellas, it's starting to get real nice, fellas, with the pick'em. It's starting to get real nice with the pick'ems.
Uh-oh.
It's getting nice.
Okay.
It's getting nice.
All right.
We look at the records from the weekend, starting from bottom to the top. Ralph Jeezy, 4-2. Thomas Black, 4-2. 5,000 watts, 4-2. And in the clubhouse, in the leaderboard once again at 5-1, is your boy.
Slim be cheating, man.
You just the arrogant little
I'll be
rap.
cheating, man. I'll be cheating, man.
You coming back from the future and stuff, bro. Or you let everybody else pick their picks.
That boy got the Gray Sports Almanac.
Yeah, he got the almanac, bro.
He got the Gray Sports Almanac. He just picked one wrong every week on purpose to make sure. Oh yeah, they can't know him.
Yeah.
I mean, Ralph Jeezy and Thomas Black got the same record, tied for last place.
Why can't we be tied for third place? Why it's got to be last?
Hey man.
You know he worked with them newspapers and it's all about word, man.
Right, I know. Slim don't know. I used to work in the newspapers too.
As Ralph calls them paparazzi. Which means photographers, not newspaper people. But yeah.
I call all
Watts is
33-12,
and I'm 25 games over 500 on the season. So yeah.
Really?
Everybody over 500, man.
No, I'm 25 games over 500.
He said there was some base that time, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
This is on that.
Don't be taking out your aggression on us, Slim.
I may got a baby face, but hey, man, like
Slim, I can tell you how you been getting talked to at the house.
No.
Hey, I
be getting talked to in patois.
I don't even get talked. I don't even get no words. I just get the look, dog. I don't get talked to. I don't get no words. I had to read between the lines.
All right, fellas. Go on, Slim. What you finna say?
What's the matchup? Put the matchup again.
Oh no. You finna say something. I thought you finna say something.
No, I'm good.
All right. So now we got some good matchups this week. We got some matchups that's gonna have some major impacts on the seeding for the tournament. Yes, sir. The top 4 seeds on the East are all playing each other. Yes. On the West,
judgment weekend
not
right here,
so
boys.
much. On the West side, not so much. Everybody on the East side still has a chance to make the tournament. Not so much on the West side. I think 2 teams are kind of eliminated. Some things that kind of have to happen for Pine Bluff, but on this East side, this weekend is gonna have some major implications. So, without further ado, The first matchup. We jumping out there. Pick him.
Go Slim.
Yeah.
Everybody waiting on me, all right?
Yeah.
I did my toe in the water. I'm gonna go with Bethune-Cookman this week, man. Look at Thomas' face. Just angry inside. How can you betray us, Slim? Hey man, I'm in the
I ain't saying nothing else.
No. You just wait for that test from Coach Johnson.
Jesus Christ. Because when we
I'm a ride or die. In that case, D I love, I'm gonna go with Jackson State. I don't care if the gap gets bigger between me and Slim. But yeah, it's time to re-up. Let's go now. We need this one.
And Thomas, you know I ride shotgun every week. I know this is a HBCU baseball podcast, but I'm riding. Jackson State, my heart winning every weekend. I'm sorry. We can play the Yankees. I'm picking Jackson State because there's a chance. Judge and Stan gonna strike out a lot. I see it. All right.
Then you gotta native, get Rizzo.
Right. Our native Mississippi school.
Man,
you know what the program is, man. Just go ahead. Go to the next one, man.
All right.
We'll get one.
Ooh, what you gonna do, Slim? We waiting on you.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going with the most consistent team all year, Alabama State. FAMU, like they've been playing well these last couple of weeks, but Alabama State just been like a machine all season. I don't see them like dropping the series the rest of the way.
I don't know. They 2 games back. This is a real marquee matchup. Let me see. They playing in the Gump. They're playing in Montgomery.
No, they are in Tallahassee. They are in Tallahassee.
That's a long bus ride.
You got fam?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with fam on this
one. Okay.
Yeah. At that point.
What you got, Watts? Let me say, what you got, Black?
Yeah, what you got, Black?
You've been riding with Alabama State all year. You've been riding with Alabama State all year. And you gonna jump out the Alabama State bandwagon.
He gonna go against the grain. Watch it. He want to do it so bad.
He want to go against the game to make some ground. But in his heart, he know he want to go to Alabama State. He been riding with them all year.
He does. It gonna hurt.
Since the Andre Dawson Classic, you've been riding with them. Don't make me go pull the video.
No, I said I'm gonna ride with them, man. Well, at this point is to not be in last place. So I'm gonna go with Alabama State.
I'm going with Bama State too. All right. Next up, we have Pine Bluff going to the Bluff.
You already know who I'm picking.
You got Pine Bluff.
Picking the Golden Lions.
You got Pine Bluff.
I can't stop now. Like you said,
I've been too deep, man.
Yeah,
I won't stop. Thomas can't stop, won't stop. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, when Southern play outside of SWAC, I want them to win. Period.
The word of the day: consistency. That's what I describe Thomas Brown picking against Southern every week.
Hey man,
you know it's true.
I know that is. Hey man, that's probably why my record the way it is.
I ain't gonna pick you. All right, what you got, Slim?
I'm going with Southern.
Yeah, I think the 3 of us got Southern.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have our final East matchup. Mississippi Valley State versus Alabama A&M University.
This probably have more implications on us than
right.
I jump out there.
Valley got their butt kicked this past weekend.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about confidently.
Valley normally plays very good at home. Alabama A&M has showed me in a couple series that they play well at home. Valley has also shown me that they would jump out on some teams and score some runs because they've scored some runs against Jackson State. They've scored some runs against FAM, and they played Bethune tough in the series. Alabama State has been about the same. Some of my gut telling me to ride with Alabama A&M.
I go with Valley. I'll take Valley with that. That's gonna be my thing right there. If I don't make that one, I'm end up in last place. So I'm going with Valley. I think Valley bounced back.
Okay.
All right. I got A&M on that.
I'm gonna ride with the Bulldogs too, Ralph.
I might get a gain up on all y'all this week.
You may. You just may. You just keep wishing, but you may.
And now we have the one Western Division series. I'm sorry. That may have some implications on some seeding going into the tournament. We have the number 1 team in the West right now and number 3 team in the West right now. What you got?
I'm going Grambling.
Ooh. Boy, you made a good decision right there, boy. Made a good decision. What? We go agree on that one right there, Thomas. I'm gonna go Grand. Yeah, I'm gonna go Grand Plan too.
I'm going with Prairie View, boys. First place Prairie View. I'm going with them.
Nah.
It's gonna come down to day 3. Now, is your Johnny Ho staff better than they Johnny Ho staff?
I don't think so.
Prairie View. If we talking in those terms, Thomas, I think we have 2 compatible pitching staffs in Prairie View and Grambling. The offenses are probably about tiff-a-tack. Grambling may have a little bit more pop in their lineup than Prairie View. But Prairie View is sitting at 27-18. They have won 6 in a row. They have been consistent. I am going with the Purple Rain. I'm going with PV and the Panthers out at Tankersley Park. Yes. So this should be an interesting week. I got to figure out what the Pick'em champion gonna get.
Yeah, we do need to figure that out.
Give me one of these right here.
You look like a hookah or something.
You friends with Indiana Jones, ain't you?
Hey, it look like some kind of treasure.
I don't know what this
got that from Short
I don't know
Round.
what this is. Like my wife got it off of auction. It's some type of vase, but it looks expensive though. I don't know what it is though.
Hey, rub the side and see the genie. Hey, rub the side, see the genie come out. That's the top. Rub the side, see the genie come out. Okay, no, that ain't gonna work. All right, so fellas, the regular season for the SIAC has ended. And their tournament starts on tomorrow at Albany State. And we have the regular season champion of Savannah State opening up against the 8 seed Tuskegee. Number 2, Spring Hill versus Clark. Atlanta is your 7 seed. We have the I think this is the 4-5 matchup right here. In Kentucky State Miles and Albany State versus Morehouse is your 3-6 matchup. Fellas, how do we see this tournament playing out? How do we see the SIAC tournament playing? What you think? What's your thoughts?
Savannah State gonna 1-2 punch the mess out of them all tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about like how tournaments are unpredictable, but man, Savannah State been dominant all year. Except for that series, they had a couple of series losses there at the end, but they've been the cream of the crop all year. So I don't see them not win the tournament. I mean, like Albany State, you would figure would be their closest contender with the way they played this season, but it's gonna be Albany. It's gonna be Savannah State's tournament to lose, I think.
What if I told you Spring Hill only series they lost to was to Savannah State?
Exactly. It may turn out, it may be Spring Hill. I don't know. Yeah.
Spring Hill's like 32-16, something like that too. So, hey man,
bet the house on it then. Put some on it then.
And they coach retiring, man. Them boys probably want to send him out on the red carpet now.
I'm going with Bethune, and I'm gonna say not Bethune. Lord jeez, I'm going with Savannah State. I'm going with Savannah State to win the tournament. Yeah, I'm going Savannah State for my pick, but I can honestly, I gotta stay objective and I can't be biased here. But if Spring Hill or Miles were to win it, Albany State, because Albany State can put up some runs, and Albany State has a good 1-2 punch between Redo and I want to say Hernandez, but they have two good pitchers at the top of their rotation too. So I wouldn't count Albany State out. And Albany State's playing at home. So I wouldn't count them out. I wouldn't count out Spring Hill. So either one of those. I'm going with Savannah, but I wouldn't be surprised the other two pick one of these.
I agree.
So Ralph, like in a tournament situation like that, how advantageous is it that Albany State playing these games at home?
I wouldn't put too much on that, because at this point they've been on the teams that played on the road this year already. They used to be in the hotel. They have a routine for being there. It's just about being ready to play. I don't think it's going to be that much of an advantage.
Sometimes being home is a disadvantage because you get in, you're around all your people instead of just going back being focused.
Yeah, you got too many distractions.
Because everybody in town for SWAC T, all your family. So, you're going out to eat and stuff.
Yeah, this time go with school probably out too.
Yeah, I know some schools graduation. FAM graduation was last weekend, and I think Jackson State's this weekend. So, no, Jackson State graduation was last weekend too, because they had. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to reach out to all the coaches to get the names of the guys that's graduating, try to get a picture so we can spotlight those young men on the show. So coaches, anybody that you all have that's graduated, you can send that to us in a direct message on YouTube, Instagram. Not YouTube. Yeah, you can send me a message on YouTube through the email stuff. Twitter, Instagram, it don't matter.
Yeah, we'll see it.
Yeah. So now we're gonna let Thomas Black give us some story time.
I know last week we was talking about something about the catches, and it brought back a memory I had when I played against one of the probably one of the best catchers in the game to play it. I had Darno playing against Yadi and Molina, which is, the starting catcher for the Cardinals, who've been starting catcher for the Cardinals, for almost 20 years. Basically, we was planning a post-19 tournament. We won state, so we went to Southeast Tournament down in Florida. Puerto Rico was in the team. Well, was one of the teams. It was like the first team we played in the tournament. Everybody was smooth. You know, they ain't even speak no English and nobody understand nothing they were saying. But there was this dude behind the catcher's mitt. Behind, you know, taking infield, there was a catcher. And you saw all the scouts come down in the backstop. We were like, who is that? Or who they looking at? We thought might have been shortstop or something. They was talking about the catcher. And when they were throwing down, after they got through doing infield, even the second baseman got down like a catcher. And they was, you know, how you threw down the second base route. They clocked him throwing like 90-something, and he threw a strike right down, like the shortstop was down as a catcher. And he threw a strike coming down from throwing down the second base, and the shortstop said strike. And they gunned him at like over 90 at 18. Now, as far as hitting, he didn't hit that good. But as far as a catcher, I've never played against outside of Ralph. He was the best catcher I ever played against in my life. And it was against Yadier Molina, one of the best catchers to ever play the game. And that was my story.
That boy said post 19. Yeah. That's American Legion.
American Legion.
Y'all that don't know about that post 19.
Yeah, it's American Legion ball.
That's that American Legion ball. That's that American Legion ball.
And how I found out they drunk at 18 when they got through with the game, they had coolers and coolers and coolers of beer walking into their hotel room right after the game. They all had coolers full of beer. I'm talking about all of them. Parents was with them and everything. They ain't even care. So that's how I found out that Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, they drink at 18.
Well, my experience with Legion Ball was terrible. My team sucked. We didn't really want to play. Like, for real. We had a coach that was playing daddy ball, like with the lineup. Like, your son is a punch and Judy hitter. You got him in the 3-hole. Come on, man. We need him either leading off a number 2, not in the 3-hole. Like, literally, come on, man. You hitting like a softball slapper. Come on. Man. But nah, I hated Legion Ball, man. Like, we had to travel so far to play the teams, and it was like our team was just bad. And in the very last game of the summer, we got into a team fight, and like only the dudes that played on my team together in high school, we fought. But we fought the whole other team. And the other dude was just sitting in the dugout looking. It was like, come on, bro, for real? Y'all just left us hanging like that? Yeah, I hate Legion Ball.
I'm sorry you had that experience, sir.
Forget Legion Ball.
Forget Legion Ball.
Y'all, man, but hey, I'm gonna get the lights cut out on me, man.
I told you.
Time to wrap it up, B.
Wrap that up.
Wrap it up.
Boy, crazy, man.
Hey, man.
So.
Right. That's your signal too.
Yeah. Wrap it up, Ralph.
Yeah. You ain't knocking on the wall. Hey,
exactly.
It's time to wrap it up. Yeah.
Because
much fun.
I am right below the bedroom. So yeah, I did get the knock on the floor. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's time for me to go too.
Yeah, it's time for me to go too.
We should about this, but shoot, we can end on this, man. Dusty Baker, man, got his 2,000 win too, man. That's,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That was real big, man. That was real big. Baseball, black players in baseball, black coaches, everybody, man. Man, at one point they said we couldn't play ball. They said we couldn't do it. You know, shoot.
Yeah, one smart enough to do it. Now, like one of the best managers of all time, man is a black man.
Just need that ring, man.
Yeah, he does, man.
They need that ring. But this time next week, we're gonna have us an SIAC champion. We're gonna have more clarity on the seeding for the SWAC tournament. My hair would have been grown back in patches, and we all gonna be here.
You ain't gonna get that nair, dog. Get that nair. You know who used that nair?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
We had somebody. Hey,
we got razors.
Slim know now, who used that nair. You remember who used to use the nair, Slim?
Oh yeah.
Hey man, I'm gonna cut your mic, man. I'm gonna cut your mic, man.
Ooh. Hey, it helped him slide better, man. It helped him slide better. No residue.
Oh.
Like I said, next week we'll have an SIAC champion. We'll have more clarity on SWAC tournament seeding, and we'll have more great baseball talk for you.
All right.
Yes, we will. No nair talk next week.
No nair talk. No nair.
Don't come up on here with them patches either, though.
That's when I wear the hat. That's when I wear the hat, sir. When I don't feel like shaving, I wear the hat.
Wear the hat.
Yes, when I don't feel like shaving it, I wear the hat. But tonight, you're going to get that glisten. Yeah. But it's been another great show, fellas. Thank you all for watching. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We the boys on the hill, baby. We the boys on the hill, baby. Hey. We the boys on the hill, baby. We need a rap. Hey man, DJ 5,000 watts and DJ Cloud King. Can we get some
intro music, some outro music or something?
Like can we get some? I know
we don't need no. We just need we don't need nothing to make Slim dance.
It's the can I get some with some Ric Flair? No, not no Ric Flair vibe to it. Even though Ric Flair, hey, I'm gonna say this. Now I'm gonna tell y'all that off camera. I'll tell y'all that. All right. Love y'all boys, man.
All right, love y'all, man. See y'all.
See ya.
Hold on, don't go nowhere. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.